Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com, and this is just my 2 cents about the Xbox reveal I watched today. So, in case you haven't heard, the new Xbox is coming out. They're saying November, I'm hearing, but they're saying this year, so that's, probably near the end of the year, so they can get it in for Christmas and stuff, the holidays. I didn't watch the PlayStation 4 reveal, whenever that was, a few months back. I've been an Xbox guy since the original Xbox in terms of my current gen consoles. Once Sega stopped making consoles, I just went over to the Xbox. So I just wanted to give you my initial impressions and just kind of shoot off the cuff a bit. So in terms of the design and the aesthetics, I was kind of like taken aback by it. It's not necessarily bad. It's just very old school looking. It looks very, very square. And it looks kind of like some people are comparing it to like a TiVo box, a VCR. I remember when I first saw it, I was just looking, I was like, this almost looks like a joke, because like if you look at the old consoles, even the original first Xbox, it was huge and just pretty much square besides the top. The 3DO I have is fairly square. I mean, the sides are rounded, but like just a box, They didn't know what to do. Or the CDI I think was square too, if I remember correctly. But like everything just square, and I'm not really a fan of the. I don't want it, a console to be ultra modern either. I guess. I mean, I don't want fucking wood on the side of it like an old station wagon, but I think if it matched the TV's look, okay. I don't really care though in the end. If it's fun, I don't care what it looks like. I just find it funny that it looks so old-fashioned. People are all saying it looks kind of like a little computer on its side, and it sort of does, and it sort of is, so there goes that. I find it funny that it has to have a Kinect, and that they're making everything with the hand gestures and the swiping and the talking. You're able to speak what you want to do, like Xbox, go to whatever, media player, Xbox, movie, whatever. The thing I did like about it, which interested me, I don't know if anyone's going to remember this, but when Netflix was on the Xbox, up until the more recent updates on the 360, you were able to do this thing where you can watch a Netflix movie in a group over Xbox Live. So my friends and I would get together and watch a movie and talk, and it was really cool because it felt like they were sitting next to me without having to put clothes on, because who the hell wears clothes in their own house? So always knock before you come over. And they took that away in one of the more recent Xbox 360 updates. So they're doing something with Skype now, where you can say Xbox Skype, and it pulls over on the side of the screen and let you call someone, and you can talk to them while you're playing, or talk to them while you're watching TV. The TV's integrated into the Xbox, sort of like they're doing now anyway, which is interesting. That kind of piqued my interest. I hope that they go far with that and do well with that. The home screen and all that stuff looks familiar to me. It looks very similar. They're using smart glass or whatever, where you can, talk to your Xbox, move your hand on the, in front of the Kinect to do things, and same thing with like a tablet or an iPhone or whatever. I find that to be kind of a novelty. I don't really care either way if I can do that crap. I also kind of thought just now while I was saying it, what about people with disabilities? I mean, can they, if they can't do those motions to do things in the games or do things on the home screen, but they want to play games, can they use a controller? I would assume they would give you both options. What else? I mean, it's interesting that you can turn your TV on with your voice and turn the Xbox on and make it manipulate it to different things, but I really just don't care. It's not like, I buy a video game system primarily to play games. If it can stream things off my computer, great, but it's not, I want to play games, I want to play games online, and that's my focus. I don't really care for all the little bells and whistles, but I mean, it's interesting. It's really just for ease of use. The other thing I found interesting is what kind of society have we become that we have to do 20 things at once? Like, are you really watching TV, Skyping with your friend, and I don't know if you could do 3 things at once, but playing a video game all at once? Like, sometimes I'll use my Vita and watch skim something on the television. But I'm not fully paying attention to that. I'm usually paying attention more so to the Vita or playing the game. I thought men were worse at multitasking scientifically. Women were better at it. They had this thing years ago on the Discovery Channel or something where they were like boiling an egg and answering the door and answering the phone and doing something else, and guys were like fucking up and falling over themselves, and guys are the primary audience for video games, and we're going to be doing 3 things at once. I just find it funny. I mean, how, you know, into a game are you going to be if you're sitting there Skyping with your buddy and whatnot? I mean, unless you're playing the same game and you're online or something, I just don't get it. In terms of the movie, I get it. You know, if you want to watch a movie together and talk about it. What else? The controller looks like the 360 controller. For some reason, when I first saw it, the first thing I thought it was the big, I think they call them Duke controllers, the original fat Xbox controllers on the first Xbox. So they're a little like rounder. It looks kind of heftier. It looks fine. I didn't really care either way, honestly. I wrote some notes down. They have a contract with EA Sports. I don't know if that means that EA is exclusive to the Xbox or just certain games. They mentioned like FIFA, UFC, Madden, and NBA Live, I believe. I don't care either way. I'm not a sports fan. I don't really play sports games. Once in a blue moon I'll pick up a UFC game or a friend will bring it over, but I don't really care. I do like Army of Two. I did like Dante's Inferno. So I mean, EA puts out games I do like, but am I essentially gonna like buy a console because of EA? No, I really don't care. The other thing which I'm reading now is it doesn't need to always be online, which is great in terms of that digital rights management or whatever the fuck it's called. What I don't like that I'm reading online, I don't know how true this is, I don't remember seeing it at the reveal, if you have a game, you have to purchase it new. There's no more used games, because if you get a used game, or I guess you can get a used game, but you won't be able to play it on your console because you'll have to buy something to let you play it. So every game has to be installed to your 500 gig hard drive, and if you lend it to a friend, if I lend my game to my friend Brian Fury, and he wants to play it, he's going to pay to play that game on his console. Almost like it's attached to your console or attached to your username. I'm not really sure the specifics yet, but I find that completely stupid. I'm a big fan of used games. I buy most of my stuff used. I sell stuff all the time. I think it's just stupid. That may sway me in the future on getting a new Xbox. The other thing, speaking of new Xbox, it's called the Xbox One. I don't know if I missed saying that. Why would you call your third gaming console One? What do you call the first one now? Like when I talk to people, I say, you know, the first Xbox, the Xbox One. Now I can't say Xbox One anymore because they're going to be thinking I'm talking about the new one. I mean, it's just stupid. I don't care either way. Like I said, in the end, I'm going to wait till both, or all, really both, because I'm not really interested in the Wii U much, till all the consoles are get their kinks out, get a price drop, pull out some good software, the developers start really hammering out some good games, some good graphics, some interesting ideas. If they had Deadly Premonition 2 on the Xbox as an exclusive, I'd buy it. How funny is that? They're talking about Call of Duty is going to have exclusive DLC. Well, not exclusive, but the DLC is going to hit the Xbox One first. I'm not a Call of Duty fan. I like first-person shooters, but if you told me you were putting Deadly Premonition 2 on there, damn right I would probably get an Xbox. So how funny is that? I want uniqueness. I want different stuff. See, the thing is, they're catering to what sells. I mean, it's smart. They're catering to Call of Duty fans and sports fans, and that's what sells. Every year, people pick up Madden and NBA Live and UFC and whatever else they play, FIFA, especially in Europe in terms of football/soccer. And Call of Duty, everyone and their mother plays. I'm not saying I hate it, but it's just not the games I pick up. So that's what they're doing. They're catering towards the audience that they know it's going to sell to. It's smart in terms of a business, and you have to realize that video games are just a business. Do they care about what they make? Yes, I'm sure the developers care about what they make and they want to have a good time. But they have a schedule, they have a budget, and it's a business. It's there to make money. The graphics were nice, but I was let down by them. The PS4, when they pulled up that picture of the old man, I was like, wow, that's really cool looking. The Xbox One, not so much. I was like, it looks sort of like what's out now. I know the human eye can only see so much in terms of graphics. I don't know if we're just at that level, or maybe because it's like launch titles, they just don't look amazing yet. but I'm also not one for like amazing graphics. I really don't care. I can, I play Dreamcast games all the time, and I still think Omicron looks pretty good. Shenmue looks amazing. Project Justice, Rival Schools 2. Is that Project Justice? I think that's the name. They look good to me, so I really don't care how great they look now. But I was a little surprised that the graphics didn't look so great. The racing game, Forza, looked good. I thought that some of the cars looked real, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But as for like the Call of Duty, they also called out some new game. I can't think of it. Breaking something. Hold on. It was some weird game by Remedy. Breaking Quantum Break. And they show some little girl with some weird like mental telekinetic abilities, and like shit just starts destroying itself, and like it's kind of apocalyptic looking, and I was just like, I don't understand what that fucking commercial was about. That was the other thing. The stuff they showed was very weird. None of it was explained. Nothing was like very apparent. They showed this little girl with her mother or stepmother or something, then like all this crap starts happening. You're like, what? They showed some stuff from a new Call of Duty called Ghosts. I had no idea what was going on. I mean, Forza's a racing game, Madden and FIFA are soccer and sports games, so really there's nothing to show. But like, it just, I didn't understand what they were getting at with most of their promotional materials. I just didn't, I wasn't following. Finally, like I said, I'm waiting for the Kings to get knocked out of everything. I'm still playing my Dreamcast, I'm still playing my Sega CD, I'm still playing my 3DO, my 360. I'm probably not going to bother for a while. I'd be surprised if it's within the first year, but who knows. I mean, it also depends on if my friends pick it up and when they cut off the Xbox Live service on the 360, because I do enjoy playing online with my friends. I also paid for Shadowrun Online. I'm a pre-order, Kickstarter guy, whatever, VIP, and that's on the PC, so that's supposed to be on the PC, the Ouya, and a couple other things, Android. So I may be playing that, not even deal with the new Xbox or the new PS4, but I guess we'll see. I'm also not Xbox, well, I am Xbox biased to a degree. I did like the 360 a lot, and the original Xbox. I didn't buy PS3. But I do love my Vita, so hey, maybe I'll be swayed eventually. In the end, while the reveal was going on, I was watching it, and at points I was looking up Sega Saturns on eBay. Not that I'm going to buy a Sega Saturn, I was just looking them up. I was tempted. So that kind of shows you where my head is at. Really, not much else to say. So, that was my 2 cents. I'm not knocking any of the consoles. They all look kind of interesting in their own way. They'll have their downfalls in their own way. In terms of specs, the hardware is, they're both using cloud stuff for the achievements and the games, so you're able to like have a dynamic world that changes, and the achievements change for you depending on what kind of player you are. I don't know exactly how they're going to implement that, but the PS4 and the Xbox One both have similar hardware. I think the main thing was the GPU, was the CPU. The CPU on the PS4 is a touch faster. I think it was a 1.8 compared to a 1.6 on the Xbox One. I don't see that being a huge deal. The memory, the RAM, was the same amount, 8 gigs, but the PS4 used a newer rendition of the RAM that's bigger, that's better for bigger operations, while the Xbox One uses a little bit of an older rendition of memory. It uses I think it was a GD3 or some crap, while the PS4 uses a GD5 or some shit. I'm probably not saying it right, which means that it's going to have more of a quicker use in terms of small operations, which I guess would be helpful on their main screen and their OS or their main hub. So that's it. Xbox reveal's over, PS4 reveal's over, the Wii U is out, and I'm looking up Sega Saturn stuff on eBay. So thanks guys for watching. It's Vampire Mike from SegaCDUniverse.com. Be good.